There you go, guys. First hit of water. 17 years. Let it sit here a little bit. Loose and everything. And no, I'm not implying the car has been sitting for 17 years. I just haven't washed it in 17 years. And I see it's starting to shine already. Let's go get some towels. I think it washed them pretty good. The inside of the windows have like a film on them. Now we just got to smooth. I'm sure I took some of the liquid glass off. Many years ago, I was asked to do a walk around this car by Kenny. Sorry, Kenny, I'm about 7 years too late. This car is the epitome of original. Right down to the lead in the corners. Real deal. Paint okay. Man, is it dusty in here? How does it get dusty in here if you never open the windows? I forgot the keys. There's nothing in this car. This is the base model. Let me get the keys. Okay, guys. So this is a 68 220. My wagon's a 64 220. 220 means, oh, look at that decal. That might be 8 years ago. It's a magnetic thing. 220 means it's the bottom of the line. In 64, there was a 220, 330, 440. 330 gave you a little more stuff. 440 was like, you know, had everything that they could cram in there. As time went on, the 330 got dropped. So in this year, there was only a 220, there was a 220, a 440, and there was a Rogue. A Rogue meant it was a hardtop. Obviously, this car's not a hardtop. There's a two-door sedan. Okay. What does it have? Nothing. Radio delete. Got the 8-track player. Still has the original American Motors mat across the center. Steering wheel, everything. Everything's in good condition. Just a little dusty now. You're not going to see too many AMCs without warped door panels. Unpainted. Very rare that you find an AMC without a cracked dashboard. I was offered $1,500 for the dashboard. So, keep it out of the sun and it won't crack. Car has 43,469.6 original miles. That is original. So the only thing added to the inside of this car is the tack. Okay, 220 has no cigarette lighter, no radio, which is an option anyway. The dash is black. Okay, if this was a 440, this silver shit would go across the whole dash. There'd be a glove box lock with a little tang to put, you know, to open it up. Okay, 220 doesn't have that. The door panels will be multicolor and all fancy. But you would have, when you opened up the doors, don't mind them come on. There's another thing, very rare, mint headliner. I can't even do it. The first time I got in this car, I almost got dizzy. Carburetor's made out of press board. Super rare to have one that's original. Original seats. Original SpongeBob. Okay, but the only way to turn on the dome light is to turn it on through the switch. It doesn't have pin switches. That wasn't part of this option. A 440 would have had different molding down the side. Would have had molding down the side. The only option that's on this car is an automatic transmission. That is it. That's all they ordered when they ordered this car. It comes naturally with heat. It has vacuum wipers. Okay. Flashes were standard by then. Ooh, they work. Okay, so was the temperature gauge. Okay. Gauges work. Still cold. Okay. I'm going to turn it off a second, show you guys something. There is the original decal. That's the original glove box cardboard in there. No light. Okay, obviously that was optional. Okay. There are things that people buy for their cars to make them original. But I'm going to tell you right now, this stuff is original. This is the original optional book from '68. That is the American owner's manual from this car. This is the read before driving, showing you everything is. This is original to this car. And when they rebuild the GMs, they all look for the protector plate. That is the original one. See, they stamped the VIN number in there. This is the stuff you can't duplicate. And what's even better about this, if I can get past my stomach, when you get back to thing here. Hold on a second. And I will stake my reputation on it that none of this stuff is bullshit. This is the way a car was in '68, at least Americans, or Ramblers. Okay, you went in for your service maintenance to the dealer. There's the stuff checked off. The card is missing for her first 4,000 mile service, which she did 9.5 of 68. Now, at 9.5 of 68, she had 2,596 miles. She took delivery of this car, if I'm not mistaken, in '67. 12/15 of 67. She took delivery of this car. So, almost a year later, she had 2,500 miles on it. It was done at A&W Becker Motors. That place no longer exists, obviously. As a dealer or anything, it's gone. She did her 12,000 mile checkup in 11/10 of 71. It said 12,000 miles across the board. So who knows? It was probably just a lazy tech. And that's it. That's as far as it goes. How much longer that dealership went on, I'm not sure. I did look up that dealership. They did have multiple brands. Some in Manhattan, some out east. So it even says original right on it. So, and then with that came somewhere, I had a book of handwritten maintenance, plus I have the maintenance stickers on the door showing the maintenance to this car had, I'm going to get it right, 27,000 miles on it. I think it was in that range when it was bought by someone that I know from an estate sale. The lady passed away. He owned a shop. He also raced a Nova, big 800 cubic inch Donovan motor, 10.5 inch street tire motor. And he bought this car to make it into a bracket racer with a small block Chevy. And he drove this back and forth to his shop for a year. And he knew I wanted it. And I got the phone call in so many words, even though he approached me, same thing. And told me about the car, and you guys know the history after that. I got it with 35,000 miles on it, and I brought it up to 43. So this car literally runs, drives, and stops like it's brand new. The steering is tight. The brakes will put you through the windshield. You could do 80, slam on the brakes 10 times, and they'll never pull. It's four-wheel drum. This car is the epitome of what drum brakes are supposed to be before someone plays with them. Even though I went through them when I got the car. Had the original shoes on it. So, that's my best I could do on my walk around. Without putting it back on the road. It is insured, it's not registered. So, and then we'll start cruising it again. This is what you're going to see more of later on in the year than the wagon. This is so much more enjoyable to drive. I've had this as south as Maryland, and as north as Connecticut. Well, I've been to Connecticut with this car like 8 times for different shows. So, and it'll be cool. I'll start driving it again, and people think I just bought it because they haven't seen it so long.
there is a program in which you can participate. Now, we are offering a reward for the pusher. So if there's anybody here has any information about a drug pusher, be it your brother or maybe even your mother and dad, if you
Okay guys, I'm out of here. There you go. To continue to walk around. Original tire. BF Goodrich. Silvertown 660. I don't know what the size is on it. This is BF Goodrich around the whole thing. Obviously the original jack. Zero rust. What you see is undercoating. Rust proofing. All that is rust proofing. All that junk. Here's the headliner to the Corolla that we're never going to put in. I think we missed that. Original sticker. All original in here. Gotta clean it. Original.